Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video of mine. In today's video, it's going to be quite a special video actually. And the video is that I have picked up a brand new iPhone 11. Can you believe it? And you know I've been wanting an iPhone 11 for ages. And actually, despite it's an iPhone 11, and I used to have the iPhone XR, it is actually different. Even though the iPhone XR was on iOS 13.1.2, I believe. I don't know, iOS 13. But anyway, when you unbox it, it does come pre-installed iOS 13. Whether the iPhone XR only comes in iOS 12, so that's something to keep in mind. But anyways, we're not talking about the XR. That's gone, dusted, done and dusted. So here's the iPhone 11. Here's the box, and I am pleased as. So I've got the iPhone 11 right here, and I've also got a piece of bubble wrap. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, okay, what's bubble wrap got to do with the iPhone 11? We're talking about the iPhone 11 right here. Well, you don't need it. I'm using it to protect it because I have no protection on it whatsoever yet. I am going to go and get protection after school tomorrow, though. But yeah. So I'm just going to be discussing a couple of basic features first. So firstly, here's the iPhone 11 box. I've got it in 64 gigabytes, and I'm going to be showing you what's inside the box. So before I get inside the box, I'm just going to show you on the bottom of the front. There's like a little, don't know if you can see. You see this gap, so this ring, yeah? Well, this ring, I'll just show you. Right there, you see it? So this ring here is for the cameras. So because it has two cameras, obviously the cameras are quite thick. So when you put it down, they're actually a little bit thicker than the actual device itself. So that's why you have this little ring round there. Pretty basic at the front. It shows you the two cameras, the torch, the Apple logo, and the phone itself, and what your colour you chose. So here's the box. At the front of it, you'll see the phone. So you'll see the phone here, and then underneath the phone, you'll see this. Now, before we get into the actual thing, that's nothing, so I'll show you anyway. When you see this, it says designed by Apple in California. And when you slide up to see what's actually in it, it gives you a quick tutorial guide. So, firstly, it says hello. It'll say different depending if you're English or whatever region you bought this device from. It will say the language. For example, French. Bonjour. Bonjour is French, so it'll say bonjour. But because I'm English, it'll say hello for me because I bought it from an English shop. So it is like a little book, so you open it, as you can see, and it's quite good. It tells you a little bit about the features it's got, so how to swipe up to get to the home menu, because obviously the iPhone 11 and the 10, from the 10 onwards, it didn't have a home button. So it tells you a little guide of how to use it if you've never had a 10 or if you're new to this kind of technology. So you just swipe up, so it'll tell you, and then it'll say welcome to iPhone. Gives you a tutorial how to turn it off and how to set up Face ID, blah blah blah. But that's the first guide anyway, and the next guide is basic really. So Apple has still been nice and generous to give you the classic Apple stickers right there. So that's what I like about Apple. They give you really nice Apple stickers, so you can make a collection of them. And the last couple of things, it does give you a SIM eject tool. So if you've never heard of it, it's basically a little pin. You can use a drawing pin, but it's better to use an actual key. And if you don't know what this is for, it's basically for, so you know when you insert your SIM card, what you do is you take this SIM ejector, you take this SIM ejector out of this, you hold it and you poke it in the hole, what's for the SIM tray, and you poke it in not too firmly and not too light, so just about average in the middle, and the SIM tray will pop out, and it'll give you enough room to just grab it and put your SIM card in. So it does give you a SIM ejector, which is nice. And last but not least, the warranty card, what we're not going to even bother getting into because it's quite boring. It does tell you about everything of the phone and how to look after it decently, but if you already know how to use technology, then you don't actually need to read it. In fact, you don't even have to open this. All you want is the phone and just set it up. So this is basically just a guide for the beginners, and this is where your charging brick will go, and your charging cable, and your pre-installed earphones right here. So I'm just going to open them. I've not opened them yet, and here it is. And this is a different fitting, as you know, to the circular fittings some phones have. Now, if you have headphones what have the round, if you have the round thing, what goes into the round thing on your phone, obviously if you have an iPhone 11 you'll realise that it doesn't have that, and obviously it fits by this. So if you don't want that and you want to use your own headphones, I discovered this online. It's a dongle, so it says lightning to headphone jack adapter. So this adapter is basically awesome. Here it is. So what this purpose is, so you see this bit. This will plug into your charging port in your phone, and then you'll get your headphones or whatever audio device you need, and this is what I'm saying, and if your phone doesn't have it, then this is where your dongle comes in. So this is Apple's product only. If you have, for example, a Google Pixel, then you will need to get the Google Pixel's own make of this dongle. They do make them. You can pick these up anywhere, Carphone Warehouse, Currys, Argos, I believe, anywhere what sells technical things. And this basically fits into this little hole on this adapter, and it fits in with this. You'll hear a click, and that's how you know that it's properly clicked in. And when it's clicked in, it's nice and firm. You need just to put a little bit of pressure just to take it out, so that's how you know it's good quality. And then obviously you plug this bit into your phone. So if you're not new and if you know what I'm talking about, then you'll know what I mean of how to do it. But yes, and also the charging brick. Apple is still not including the fast charger, which for some people is quite a nightmare and a disappointment, because you pay all that money and it's like Apple can't even be bothered to give you the credit. Oh, they've just spent £730, even 800, 850, whatever you spend, yeah. They just don't give you any fast charger whatsoever. They give you the plain boring one. And that is a big issue for people. Even I know that. But I tell you what, it's weird for me because I'm glad Apple are still including the slow chargers. I mean, if that's a big thing to you and you don't want to even bother go out and spending more money just on a charging brick, then I think the iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max is the best option for you, because apparently I've heard that Apple are deciding to include fast chargers on the iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max. So that's quite nice, but then if you just want this iPhone 11 for £730, then you're not going to get anything like that. You're just going to get the original slow charger. But personally, I prefer the slow charger because in my previous videos on this channel, you'll remember my Samsung Galaxy S10e I had. Now, you will remember I swapped it for my Apple Watch Series 4, remember? And if you don't remember, then check out my videos, my previous videos. But yes, you will remember that I said to you, well, I don't think I said, but I will tell you now. Even if I did say, I'll just repeat it. Every time it reached 100%, the phone was hot, and I had a really, really thick case, that thick it was, and I still felt the heat coming through it. And I wasn't actually particularly impressed because I noticed the battery life goes down quite quick, and I weren't even using it much. Well, maybe 2 minutes every 2 hours maybe, and 100% down to 60% with not even a half day usage. So that's why I actually prefer the slow chargers, because the slow chargers are slow and irritating because you like, oh, it's only reached 1% in like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you know. But actually I'm happy with the slow chargers because the slow chargers are really slow, but it looks after your battery more and the internals like the motherboard and other things like that. And that means your phone can get a nice refreshed new battery by a slow charge. And your phones do not like to be rushed, really. It's a bit like you. We don't like to be rushed sometimes, because we all get a bit stressed out, and that's what it feels like for your phone. If you're wondering, well, what was the voltage on my Samsung Galaxy S10e, it was an 18 volts charger. I don't actually know what this charger is, but I can tell you now that it was an 18 watt charger for my Samsung S10e. But yeah, here's the review of the iPhone 11 now. So I am actually noticing quite a little bit different features from my iPhone XR, and you must be thinking, well, my iPhone XR was on iOS 13, so's this. But actually it's different, because in only tiny features, the vibration comes on every now and again when I'm on YouTube or whatever. It's that haptic vibration. It's not actual vibration you'd see on the iPhone 5S, for example. But yeah, I'm noticing that kind of difference. Not much of a difference at all. But yes, I'm just noticing that. And yes, but yeah, there's nothing much different compared to the 10R. But before I do forget, I can tell you that this guy has got an outstanding camera. Not even joking, that is outstanding. Yes, there's two of me, as you can see. Yeah, but I tell you what, this camera is awesome. Do you know why it's awesome? Because on the iPhone XR, you could only use portrait mode on people, Whether with this guy you can use it on anything, a road sign, an animal, a person, anything, a book even, a book, my iPhone box, anything. When I mean everything, I mean everything. But yeah, and it also has night mode, does the iPhone 11 as well. And actually, the durability is actually the same as the 11 Pro Max, the previous generations. Nothing different, still scratches at a level 6 with deeper scratches at a level 7. Now, I'm going to tell you, if you want to know your durability of your phone or any device, if I were you, I'd check out someone called Jerry Rig. It's spelled J-E-R-R-E and then Rig. So easy to remember, just Jerry and then Rig. That's all you have to put down. But yeah, and he tests durability of phones, gadgets, weird things. But yeah, actually I've bought a couple of weird gadgets he's tested out. Because sometimes actually the durability isn't just for me. Sometimes I watch him to see what phones are actually the best, really, as well. But yes, what I do know is the HTC Ultra has got sapphire glass, and I believe it's scratched at a level 9. So did his Tissot watch, because he tests his watch as well. But yeah, check out Jerry Rig. This iPhone, anyway, back to the iPhone 11. I am seeing different kind of performance in this phone too. It should play Fortnite and heavy duty games better than the iPhone XR did, and it also beats the iPhone XR in 1 hour more battery life. I'll repeat, 1 hour more battery life than the iPhone XR. So 1 more hour you get out of the 11 out of the iPhone XR. So you lose an hour on the XR and you gain an hour on the 11. So that's cool. You still get your health app, you can still get every single thing like you could on the XR. And yeah, and before I end this video, I just wanted to tell you, as you can see, you might not notice, but the Apple logo on the back of the iPhone 11 is in the middle. Whether, if you look on the previous generations, like the iPhone 6S right here, you can see that the Apple logo is actually closer to the top than the bottom. And also, it doesn't actually say iPhone like the previous generations did. All it says is your Apple logo and a couple of recycling bins with a cross. Like, you won't be able to see, but it shows you that, but it doesn't actually show you the iPhone. So like the iPhone writing, all it shows you is the Apple logo. That's it, which I'm not actually a fan of. It's not bothered me. Face ID still works just the same as the XR. But because this iPhone 11 is newer, you're probably going to get more iOS versions out of this than the iPhone XR, which is good, and it costs the same price. So what I like about it is the iPhone XR, when that was first launched, that cost £730 for 64 gigabytes of storage, like the iPhone 11 does. Now, I like that because you can, if you're willing to spend that much, then you can just save for the next year. Like the iPhone 12, you're going to get a cheap iPhone 12, like the iPhone 11 and the iPhone XR, for £730. So that's what I like about it, so you can get the cheaper models of the latest device. But actually, I like this iPhone 11. It's not much better than the Pros, trust me. But yeah, it's not much better. You still get Face ID, you still get speakers. I do believe that it's 25% louder on the iPhone 11, the speakers, than the XR. And you're going to get more battery life, like I explained. You're still going to get dark theme because it's on iOS 13. So you're still going to get that. All these features are still here. And you know what? To end this video, this iPhone 11 is awesome. It's the best phone I've ever had. Trust me, it's the best phone I've ever had, and I love it. But yeah, I don't know what to say about it. I love it. I love the design. I love the box and how it's neatly presented, and I just love the shape of it. I just love every single thing about it. And I'm actually quite a lucky kid to have the iPhone 11 and the iPhone XR. But obviously I don't have the iPhone XR anymore because I sold it. So yes. But any last requests? I'm just trying to think. I don't think so. Yes, actually I do. A short one. I love my new iPhone. If I was you, if you're willing to actually spend £730, if I were you, I would either spend it on the iPhone 11 or wait till the iPhone 12 comes out. Because the iPhone XR cost the same amount of money when that was the latest phone as the 11 does. So if you're willing to have more features than that phone, than the iPhone 11, then just hold on to your cash and just wait until the iPhone 12 launches. But yeah, I am extremely happy with it. I love it, and I am going to get my protection for it tomorrow. And also, before I go, I've just remembered, there is new flavours, new colours on the iPhone 11, like the iPhone XR did, but I'd say the iPhone XR was a better colour choice because the iPhone 11's is just a bit pointless, I think. Like, you get mint green. It's more like I don't know. It's, for example, my Huawei MediaPad T5 box. It's kind of like this, actually. And then you do get your purple one, but I'll still go for the iPhone XR for the colours, because you get the yellow one, you get the blue one. I mean, you do get yellow on the iPhone 11 as well. But like I said, check out Jerry Rig because he tested the iPhone 11 in yellow. But yeah, that's basically it. And I've put it back in my famous bubble wrap. But yeah, is there anything left to say? No, because I've said my piece about it, and I love it. I just love the film, and yeah, I just love it. But that's the end of the video. Cheers for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it helped you out if you're a beginner, or you're just confused whether to get the iPhone XR or the 11. I don't know. I mean, before I go, you can get the iPhone XR brand new, but it's been knocked down £100 now. You can get them 630 for 64GB, so that's pretty good. You save £100 because it used to be £730 when it were brand new, but because it's old, well, it's one generation down now, then it's gonna get cheaper. iPhone 12 comes out, it'll probably be 530. But yeah, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, thanks, and leave a comment, and if you want, you can subscribe. I mean, I'd rather you do subscribe because my videos can be quite helpful for the beginners as well as the brainy ones. But yeah, I'm the man of technology. Hope you enjoyed it. Smash thumbs up down below and leave a comment if you enjoyed. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I love the iPhone 11.